continuing on the discussion of Clayton Christensen, so you brought him up, and I recently experienced him virtually in a course at Harvard called Disruptive Strategy, and there's a quote here that it rings true to me, and I think you've just brought it up, and I thought we could spend a little bit more time on this issue of networks. So he writes, almost always great new ideas don't emerge from within a single person or function, but at the intersection of functions or people that have never met before. The idea of remote associations, the idea of I fondly call it McMaster breakfast breakthroughs. You meet people you've never met before, you sit down.
Well, we did.
We did, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. And it's through these remote associations and these high value, I won't say networks, high value networks. And maybe can you speak to just your history with high value networks and the importance of networks, particularly people who aren't in your circle of influence?
So a few things there. I think it really comes down, and in my particular case, is I actually found I really enjoy being uncomfortable with what I don't know. When I get comfortable, then I want to do something else to challenge myself to get uncomfortable, which is why I went to business school in the executive program later in my career. The trajectory of my career in this regard was different than what many people think. The other thing is, you see it all the time. Some of the greatest experiences you have and the most meaningful connections you make are outside the meeting, not in the meeting. And those people that you talk to at coffee break or afterwards, those are the breakthrough moments. Not standing at the microphone and debating someone or listening to someone or whatever. It's what you do with that after the fact. And why am I here? Why am I not that engaged in everything happening at my organization, which is undergoing an enormous merger now and giving out titles? I'm giving away titles. I've done that. And the reality is, it's much more fulfilling to be uncomfortable, learning things from people outside the sphere of where I live, which is why I went to business school in the first place. And the business school that I went to, the program I went to, 55% of my classmates were international. I learned about fintech, retail, et cetera. I didn't want to just learn about healthcare. And you just talked about the network. My network is unbelievably bigger than what it was before. And when you become an orthopedic surgeon and a specialist like me, you narrow your viewpoint. It's like fish swimming the ocean in one school in one level of the ocean. Now, all of a sudden, the rest of the ocean is there. And I get to put in perspective what I do to things that might be similar that have solved problems outside of healthcare. And then I just have to reconcile that with the reality of the healthcare environment in which I'm in.